Okay, so first chapter in macroeconomics, we are going to start without wasting time. That is introduction of macroeconomics, or otherwise you can say that it is the unit of national income and its aggregates. So national income and its aggregates, first some of the things, first thing first, we need to know that things we are doing here, and after that we are moving to our main topic, main concept. So first thing is that if you're checking here that the unlimited and the recurring wants of human beings have made the production process continuous process. The things indirectly that human being having unlimited need, and we have the limited resources. For that purpose, that always the production process is going on. So first thing is that now when we doing production, that we need that four factor of production. That four factor of production are that already we have seen class 11 also, that is land, labor, capital, and
Entrepreneur.
entrepreneurship. Okay, so now if you have this land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship, there by using of that land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship, we are doing production, that is known as the factor input. Now apart from this, that we have four sectors too. That four sectors I am going to convey. These four sectors you have not seen before in class 11. So these four sectors are what? That things we are going to see here. Just a second, I am going to board. Yes. So now whiteboard is visible, right? Whiteboard is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now first I told about the four factors. So I am talking about four factors. There four factors are land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. Land, labor, capital, and enterprises, or can say that entrepreneurship. ANTREPRENEURSHIP. So these are the four factor of production. It is otherwise known as the factor input. Apart from the factor input, non-factor input also are there, but that part we are not going to see. That non-factor input are what? That things we have seen in class 11. They are, that first one is that raw material, and another one is the technology, right? These things already we have seen before, but this part it is not useful this time for class 12. Now four factors already we have, that is land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. Now four sectors also we are going to see. In our economy there are four sectors we have. That first sector is household sector. Household sector. Second sector is farm sector. This farm sector otherwise known as producer sector also. Third one is government sector. Government sector. And the fourth one is external sector. External sector. Now think about what I'm talking. There is a four factors for the production, that is known as the input, and these are the four sectors. That means they are the person, or can say that they are that sector which actually doing all economic activities. If you're talking about, sir, I have purchased a notebook. So you have purchased a notebook. It is, you are the part of the household. So that economic activity done by a household. No, you are telling, sir, a firm, that means a company purchase raw material for the production purpose. So that is also economic activity. You can say that purchase a raw material, that is also economic activity, but this is done by firm. So that's farm sector. Now you're telling her, no, that money can be transferred in the form of tax also, subsidies also. So this tax earning of money or giving any subsidies done by government of India. So you can say that there also another sector, that is government of India. Apart from this, anything is coming, that one more sector, that is external sector. External sector only be included two things. One is that export, another one is import. So now if you're talking about that, all the economic activities comes under four sectors only. Any one of the economic activities, if you check in your that world economy, that you could find out that actually comes up with four sectors. Now when sectors they are doing economic activity, they definitely needed some money, or can say that economic activity indirectly that is dealing with the money. That's why they are doing that economic activities. Now slightly I'm moving to our main topic. That main topic is circular flow of income. Circular flow of income. Now, what is mean the circular flow? Circular flow indirectly that what? If the money, if I'm thinking this is a note, this is 100 rupees note. Okay. This 100 rupees note, if once having a person A, one time will come that money will be goes to the another person. Okay, again might be possible that that person again the sending that money to this person, or not this person, through the another person, the person again earning 100 rupees. Indirectly things as is what, that any of the money form you have, that will be goes from one to another, again from circulating way it comes to another, right? So now the main things is that what here, that money is circulated, that it goes from one and coming to another, again from another to one. So how to deal with that, that in circular flow, let's see. In circular flow we can convert first two sector model. Remember this one, it is given directly. Now we are slightly moving to our topic. Two sector model. Four sector we have. Can you tell me what are the four sectors? Household, farm, tell, government sector, and external sector. Grahita, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the four sectors are there, that is household sector, farm sector, government sector, and external sector. Now you think about two sector model when I'm talking about the relationship between the two sectors, first two. That is comes under the two sector model. Now see here the two sector model. I am having here household and I am having here farm. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yes, sir.
farm and household. Now farm producing goods and services. But for producing goods and services, farm needs money, as well as farm needs other input also. So these all are the things getting from whom? Let's see how. Farm needs factor inputs. So this all factor goes from household. You can say that from household, farm can get land,
And
farm
labor,
can get labor, farm can get
capital,
capital, as well as
and
entrepreneurship also, or entrepreneurs also, right? These all are the four factors farm getting from household. For that
yes.
purpose, that firm giving some monetary benefits also to them, or can say that monetary return. So what are the monetary
Rent,
return they are giving? For the land they are giving
rent,
rent. For the labor they are giving wages.
labor,
For the capital they are giving interest, and for the entrepreneurship there will be profit.
profit.
Now see that first goods and first land labor capital entrepreneurship goes from household to firm, and from farm to money goes in the form of money goes that rent, wages, interest and profit. Now the things is, by using of this land labor capital entrepreneurship, farm produces goods and services. If farm produces goods and services, concentrate, if farm produces goods and services, this production of goods and services farm sending to household for the selling purpose. Now if farm sending that goods and services to the household, so it is goes to household goods and services. For these goods and services, household paying money to firm in the form of consumption expenditure. Now can you see that what are the money that household earn in the form of rent, wages, interest and profit? Again that money household use to purchase goods and services. So actually this goods and services given by farm only, or can say produced by farm only. The situation is how, say example, from the farm that money goes to household, that money again from household to farm. Got the point? Is that okay up to this?
So,
Okay, so now this is known as circular flow of income. You could find out that money goes from farm to household as well household to farm in the form of rent, wages, interest and profit. From farm to household, again household to farm, that should be consumption expenditure. So you can see that from where that money comes, money goes there only. It is a circular flow of income. As we have used two sector, that's why it is known as the two sector model of circular flow, or can say that circular flow of income by using two sector model. I hope you understood.
so
Any doubt up to this?
once I got.
Yes, Grahita, any doubt if you have, please ask.
So can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
No doubt.
No doubt?
I just draw this one. Give me 1 minute.
Okay, you are drawing this. Have you done that?
1 second.
If that any writing you have not understand, that please ask. Here from household to farm goes land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. Again farm to household, rent, wages, interest and profit. Where that household to farm, that is goods and services. Sorry, there will be farm to household, goods and services, because farm produces goods and services and is transferred to household, and again for that household given consumption expenditure to the farm. Shall I?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So now we have completed two sector model, that was household and firm. Now, if the question is coming three sector model, so three sector, first three, that one more I am including here, that is government sector. Now you think that the relationship between that all three what will be? Household to farm, farm to household, that will be common one, correct? So household to farm, there will be land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. From farm to household, there will be rent, wages, interest, and profit, as well as more two relation were there. So one relation again from farm to household. I'm keeping arrow like that. Okay, this is not. So farm to household, that is goods and services, as well household to farm. It is goes consumption, consumption, expenditure. Now you could find out this relation, that household to farm, farm to household, correct? Now if you could find out that household to farm and farm to household relation, now the left is that we are going to find out the relationship between that government also. Now in this government sector, when you seeing now one more in mid I am making, that is capital market, that is also related with that. So that's why I am making here the capital market. This capital market, otherwise you think about, this is the bank. Okay, it's like a bank. Okay, so now if it is like a bank, now you think about, if household and bank, or can say the capital market, if you comparing, so from household to capital market, you are depositing money. Depositing money, if any excess money household have, that will be depositing to the capital market. And if you need loan, that time household getting loan from the capital market. Have you seen the arrow? Money goes from household to capital, that is the depositing money, and the capital market to household, that will be borrowings. Borrowings. Now if I am comparing with the government, exactly similar. So government also, that from government, if any excess money is there, that is depositing to the bank. Government also doing same thing. And government also need money, that time borrowings. No changes in that relation with that household and capital market, and capital market and government, there will be no changes in the relation, that will be same. Now the question is, what is the relationship between the capital market and firm? There also first thing is same, that is, if any excess money the firm having, that will be depositing, deposit. And capital market, that means shares and all the thing, or other companies, they are investing. Okay, so in the form of that firm depositing money, but bank investing. Indirectly, when the firms getting loan, that is nothing but it is a point of view of investment. So this point I'm writing as the place of the borrowings, I can write investment, right? If you're writing borrowing, that is also correct. All three are exactly correct. But the things in the firm, if you're writing investment, that is exactly correct, right? Okay, so now next part, the relationship between this government and household. Now you think about government and household. If I am finding the relationship, household to government, household paying tax, that is known as the direct tax. Why it is direct tax known as? Because of that government levied tax to those person, the person only liable to pay the tax. None of other person actually paying that money. That is known as the direct tax. Say example, I have earned in the form of salary, or I am doing work in a school or in a college. That from there I am earning some money. So directly government charging some tax from me. So you can say that this is the direct tax. Now, what is indirect tax? That means indirect tax in the sense of GST, that levied to one person but the collection from other person. You can say that firm doing that. Say example, government charging GST from firm, but firm actually collecting that money from the general public. So that's why firm, when paying GST or tax to the government, this is nothing but the indirect tax. Okay. Apart from this, the firm paying direct tax also, but we are not seeing direct tax, already seen in the household. That's why I'm not writing in the firm again. But direct tax also firm paying, as that firm how much profit earned, that much out of that much of profit, that firm paying some of the money to the government. Okay. Now government also should give something to household, that government giving transfer payment. Transfer payment. Transfer payment. Now the question is, what are the transfer payment? Transfer payment is the one-sided income for household. Say example, if government given any pension, that can be widow pension, that can be unemployment allowances, that can be a scholarship, right? For that government not at all charging any money, that simply that money given to the household in the form of transfer payment. Transfer payment example, what I told, that pension, apart from this pension, a scholarship, okay, or you can say that widow pension, unemployment allowances sometime, correct? These all are the things. Okay, now come to that government what giving to the firm. Government giving something to the firm also, that is known as subsidies. So that when the government receiving indirect tax or tax, direct tax from the firm, that if that any problems or anything that problem the firm facing, that time government giving subsidies to the firm, is otherwise known as bounties also. Sometime what happened, the firm not ready to make their organization, or can say their production factory, some of the places, government telling that if that are the places you have chosen to produce or make the factory, I will give lots of subsidies to you. Okay, that they are known as special economic zone, that is SEZ. Okay, special economic zone. Say Jammu and Kashmir is a special economic zone. If any producer producing goods and services in that sector, that many of the subsidies government actually providing, right? I hope clear up to this all, right? Now see that the phases of circular flow, three phases we have that. Okay, these three phases we are going to see that. One first phases is known as the production phase. Production phase, indirectly, that any goods and services you produce by using of that factor of production, that phase is known as the production phase and is otherwise known as the generation of income also. And this generation of income actually transferred to whom? In the form of rent, wages and all, transferred to factor incomes, or transferred to that all the household, that is known as the income phase, in the form of wages, profit, interest and rent. Okay, that is known as the income phase. And that again, this income, they are doing expenditure in the form of consumption. So can you find this, all that amount will be same. Say production I have done for 20,000 rupees, these 20,000 actually, that whole income goes to that four form, that is rent, wages, interest and profit, right? This all income, form of income phase. Now this again, this all income that the person who actually earned, they are using for the consumption expenditure or saving. So that is known as the expenditure phase. So that the three phases are, one is the production phase, second one is the income phase, and the third one is the expenditure phase. Expenditure phase, otherwise known as a disposition phase also. Is that okay? Clear? Yes,
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 sir.
yes. Okay. Next heading is that stock and flow. The words that if you're using that stock, a stock is nothing but it is a point of time or anything you are measuring at a point of time, that is known as the stock. Now, what do you mean by the flow? There we are counting in a duration of time, that is known as the flow. If I am talking about a syntax you have, or can say that what water tank you have, that stock of water, that is 5 liter. Indirectly, that 5 liter of water present in that syntax or that water tank. When the tab of that water tank I opened, after 1 year, 1 hour, after 1 hour, that water remains 4 liter. So can I say here, in duration of 1 hour, the 1 liter of water reduced. So I can say that in duration, when I am checking that, that always known as flow. But when the point of time when we are seeing that, that is known as the stock. Clear? Point is clear? Point is clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see that some difference is given here. We will see the difference. After that, we will go actual types, right? Okay. Now stock is a stock variable referred to the variable which is measured at a particular point of time. This is point, huh? Particular point of time. If you're seeing here, just a second, I'm trying to write here because of this is online. I cannot write, but I'm trying here. Okay. Yes. Now see here, this is point of time. Correct? Yes. Now see that the flow variable refers to that variable which is measured over a period of time. Right? The difference you understood. Now it does not have a time dimension. Definitely it is having a point of time. So it is not having any time dimension. But it has a time dimension as its magnitude can be measured over a period of time. Correct? Now stock is a static concept. That means is a stoppage concept, you can say that, but it is a dynamic change, or can say the changes concept, or can say the dynamic concept. Now some of the example has shown here, just you take a look there. Population of India as on 31st March 2018. Have you seen that one particular point of time or date has mentioned? So as per this date, what is the population? So it is comes under the stock. But number of birth during word, see that during, that means in 2018, how much birth, at how many birth have taken, that is comes under the flow. Next point, if you checking here, total number of Maruti cars in Delhi. See that total number of Maruti cars in Delhi, total numbers. If I'm counting now, only I'm counting in Delhi. So that is point of time. Maruti car manufactured during January. So it will flow. Money supply, or can say that money in circulation, that is stock. Why it is a stock supply? Money supply, it is a stock because of it is not counting in period of time. Because of RBI every day not supplying money. Say RBI printed 200 notes, of 2000 or 500, 500 denomination note, 500 denomination note, rupees 500 notes, 200 copies they made. So that means how much supplied? 200 notes supplied. So that means it is a point of time stock. But expenditure or transaction in money, that is counting in a duration of, either it would be month, either it would be in week, or can say that 3 month, 1 year, how much you have spent, that is comes under this. National wealth, that will be stock one, because of wealth never be change every day. But national income, it will be flow. Because of that national income we are counting for a year. So national income, the definition, if you seeing that, the goods and services produced within a country within a year, the market value of that good, so within a year, so that is nothing but a duration. Next, quantity of wheat stored, that how much in go down, how much you have stored, that is comes under stock. But quantity of the wheat produced, it will be not to be a stock, it is flow. Because of that, for the production in one day, one time, one moment, you cannot produce, that will take time. Got the point? So duration, so that is known as the flow. I hope stock and flow differences also you understood. If you have written just your own language also you can write, or short form you can write. I think now only that meeting will be closed, and just moment you next we're going to start next topic, that is types of circular flow. There are two types of circular flow we have. Okay, that one is that real flow, another one is money flow. Now the word coming here, that one is the real, another one is money. Now why this is two types of what is known, one is known as the real, another one is money. Let's see that how to deal with that. We have two sector model, right? We have three sector model also. I am going to board again. If we have two sector model, in this two sector we have household sector and we have farm sector. Now you think that in the household and farm, how the relationship actually was there, that from household goes all factors of production, say land, labor, capital, enterprises, or consider the entrepreneurship. Could you see that here, that land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship, this is not form of money, they are the real thing. If you see that they are the real thing, they are known as the real flow. Not only that, from the firm, it is goes the real thing to the household also. That is nothing but goods and services. Now see that goods and services, that is not also form of money. That is a real thing. So land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship, and goods and services. Land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship goes from household to firm, and goods and services goes from farm to household, and these are the real thing. So that's why this flow is known as the real flow. One goes from household to farm, another goes from farm to household, that is known as the real flow. But if I'm talking about the money form, so that also can be seen in like manner. Say that from farm and household. Now, if you could see that from household to firm goes in the form of money, consumption expenditure, correct or not?
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
And farm to household in the form of money goes in the form of rent, wages, interest, and profit.
Prof.
You could find out that here only money transfer from household to firm in the form of consumption expenditure, and firm to household, that is rent, wages, interest, and profit. And this relation I have shown in two sectors, that is known as the money flow. You could find out here above only I have shown the real thing, that's why it is known as the real flow. But down I have shown all money form, that's why it is known as the money flow. I hope you understood.
Yes, sir.
You need that things again?
No, sir, no, sir, I'm done.
Okay. Now next thing that we are going to see, that real flow, otherwise known as the physical flow also. That's why the word is written there. Just you take a look there. Real flow, otherwise known as the physical flow also. But the money flow, where that liquidity flow also. Let me check it down. Okay, it cannot be shift. If I'm removing this, then only it can shift. Okay. Now see that the money flow already we have seen household to consumption expenditure and factor payment. You could find out here. Now difference between the real flow and money flow. Now real flow and money flow we are going to see.
So money flow is also known as?
Liquidity flow, you can say.
Yes.
Or it is known as the nominal flow also. Have you seen that? Nominal flow.
Yeah.
Yes. Now see that it is the flow of goods and services between farms and household. But the money flow is that what? There, it is the flow of money between the farms and household. Real flow, it involved exchange of goods and services. But money flow involves exchange of money. Now in real flow, there may be difficulties of barter system in exchange of goods and factor services. Now the one word we are having here, the barter system. What is barter system? Barter system is the process or it is a method of exchange where that goods can be exchanged for another goods. That is known as the barter system. So in this barter system, why it is problematic or why it not to be that much of easy, how easy you can exchange in the form of money. Because of, let's see that I am a teacher. If I am teaching you and if I am asking that if your father is a doctor, I am teaching you and your father will actually serve my family free of cost. It does not make sense because both that value is not same. Got the point?
Yes, sir.
So that's why the barter system in goods, it's not that much of easy, that much of convenience like exchange of money. Next, it is known as physical flow also, but real flow, it is known as the physical flow also. Nominal flow, otherwise known as money flow or liquidity flow also, that also I already explained. Yes, I hope you understood. Any doubt up to this?
No, sir, no.
No doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So I'm going to explain next. Two sector model already we have done. See, these things already we have done. So again, not. After that, again, basic concepts of macroeconomics coming. Okay. In this basic concepts of macroeconomics, we are going to see. But I know that continuously we are actually taken 1 hour. So 5 minutes that we will talk different thing. But your voice is not that much of clear. That's why the things.
I changed my device. Device, it's fine.
Okay.
Which school are you teaching, sir, now?
Now I am in NPS.
Oh, NPS invite.
How is your mom and dad? All are fine?
They're good, sir. Yeah, sir, they're good.
Both are there now in Bangalore?
Yeah. Yeah, sir. Dad went out. Mom is like here only.
Okay. Dad is in
Dad went out for meeting or something.
Andhra
No, sir, he's here only in Bangalore.
and mom?
Mom is here only.
What you talking then? You're telling both are there only, right?
Oh yeah, they're at Bangalore. My mom will go next week to Andhra.
Okay, okay, okay. All other things that uh, uh, are freedom oil actually growing now, no?
Yes, his height is grown a bit, but the body is the same. He's still thin.
Okay, that mentality exactly similar or that little bit changed?
Nothing changed. Same.
Same. And both you
Yes.
are both you are again still you are fighting for
Little.
little bit,
Little.
little
Yeah.
bit. Okay,
Yeah. How is Tushika, sir?
she is good. Yeah, thank you. Okay, in school, how much portion actually have finished?
Sir, he's in this chapter, 11th chapter in this.
Which one?
Um,
Okay. Next topic we are going to see, that is domestic territory. Domestic territory is otherwise known as the economic territory also. You could find out that domestic territory is a very important concept in national income accounting. Why? Because of, if you seeing the domestic territory definition as well as the national income definition, in this national income accounting, domestic territory is very, very important. Because of that domestic territory, what are the income you are earning, that is only comes under to our national income. Indirectly what? That if that any income you are earning in domestic territory as well as the income you are earning from the abroad, combinedly known as national income. Now what do you mean by the domestic income? Domestic income, only the income you are earning through the domestic area. That's why domestic territory is very, very important. What I told here, domestic territory, it is that area in that freely citizen can do their economic activities. They are known as the domestic territory. So if you seeing this, they are written as, in the layman language, domestic territory means the political frontier, or can say that political boundary. So as per the politics, what are the political boundary we have? However, for the purpose of national income accounting, it is used a wider sense. So in the domestic territory, in the form of that territory or that boundary, as in the form of political frontier of a country, or can say the political boundary of a country. But national income point of view, this is not only your economic territory. What are the other things will include, that we are going to see one by one. Point number one, ships and aircrafts owned and operated by the normal resident. Now that another word is coming, that normal resident. Who is normal resident? Normal resident, as economic point of view, the person who reside in a country. Say example, are my geography is very bad. Okay, I am making our India map like that. Okay, so now what, this is my political boundary example. So inside a person residing, the person residing in India, as well the economic activities lies on that countries only, or can say that the person who working in India, and that all the economic activities that actually comes under or belongs to that country only, that is known as the normal resident. Say example, one foreigner came to my country and done one business, and the money that earning that foreigner sending to their country, that person is not a normal resident. Got the point? So that
Yes,
for
sir.
that normal resident point of view, the person who residing in our country, as well as that economic interest lies our country only, that person is known as the normal resident. Okay, But tax point of view, that definition, it is little different. Tax point of view, the person who reside our country previous year 182 days or more. Okay, so previous year any person reside to our country 182 days or more, the person is known as the residence of a country. But we are going to, as point of view, the economic point of view. So economic point of view, what you told, that the person who reside to our country as well as his or her economic interest lies to our country only, the person is known as normal resident. Now any ship, aircraft owned and operated by normal resident. Say example, I am having a ship. That ship, actually I am traveling from India to Afghanistan, again Afghanistan to India. So that is economic interest actually I am having in the country only. Even my ship traveling to the foreign. Got the point? So at that condition also, this comes under the economic territory. I hope clear.
Yes, sir.
Next point. Fishing vessels and boats and ships most will be come here. Okay. So that's why remember that. Okay. Now next. Now if you can see that shipping vessels, that already done, right? So fishing vessels, oil and natural gas rigs, floating platform operated by the resident of a country in the international water where they have exclusive rights of operation, they also comes under our economic territory. I am giving an example. Say example that after India, that we have water part, correct? So in Indian
Yes.
Ocean, that after our Indian boundary, water also having Indian boundary. So in this, after our Indian boundary, that one ship is there, or can say that one platform I made, and this platform actually operated by resident of India. Which, for what purpose that platform I made? For by using of this platform, I am rigging the oils, all natural gas, or any other activities I am doing there. But these all economic activities, but these all activities connected with the India only. So at that time, this income, economic activities also comes under our country. So this part also, this platform, or can say that any oil rigging or fishing vessels, anything that it goes to beyond of our boundary, but even that earning comes to our country, that also comes under economic territory. I hope clear.
Yes, sir.
Next point, that is embassies, consultants, consulates, and military establishment of a country located abroad. Say example, embassies, right? You could find out in India, Pakistan embassy is there, correct or not? As well as in Pakistan, Indian embassy is there, right?
Yes, sir.
Apart from this, in Canada also Indian embassy will be there. Indirectly, that embassies, that Indian people only residing, or can say that Indian people only working. So indirectly, what they are working in other country, but that economic interest lies to our countries only. So that time also it is known as the economic territory. It is not beyond of that economic territory. Clear the point? I hope clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Next point. Yes. Now this point is little bit more important for you. That things we are going to discuss. What is that? That is, yes. See, yes. See here that domestic territory does not include. What are the things will not include? Even they can see or they can be exist in India. Say example, embassies, consulates, and military establishment of foreign country. So that foreign country, I told our Pakistan embassies exist to our India, but they are not economic territory or they are not a domestic territory for us. Okay. Example, Japanese embassy in India is part of the domestic territory of Japan, not India's domestic territory.
Yeah.
Got the point?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Not only that, uh, 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 here, international organization like UNO, WHO, etc., located within the geographical boundaries of a country, but even they are not a domestic territory. Say example, if any organization or any branch, if you could find out in UNO in India or can say the WHO in India or any other WTO or any other things in India, even though that is located in country, they are not a domestic territory. I hope clear, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Now we are going to see last topic for today, that is this all are questions. We are going to do
Yes,
that.
sir.
See, now which of the following are covered under the domestic territory in India? Let's see. One, an Indian company in London. Can you tell me?
Yes, sir.
This is the
It
the
is a
domestic
domestic.
territory. Okay. Microsoft Office in India.
No, it is not.
Yes. Company in India owned by Japanese.
No, sir. That's also no.
Okay. Office of Reliance Industries in New York.
It is.
Okay. Branch of Foreign Bank in India.
No, sir. It is not the.
Yes. Indian Embassy in Japan.
It is.
Branch of State Bank of India in China.
It is the
Russian
domestic territory.
Embassy in India.
No, it is not the domestic territory.
Okay. Tata rented its building to Google in America.
It is the domestic territory.
Yes. So these are the things. If you understood above one, easily you can give answer. It can be in the form of MCQ's point of view. I hope today's class was effective and you understood all properly.